Hi everyone, Dr. Monette here to welcome you to EDU 210 Week 2. Last week we focused on Microsoft Office and Microsoft Word and PowerPoint. This week we're going to be focusing on Google applications, particularly Google Drive, Google Slides, and Google Docs. And we have a couple of assignments that we're going to be doing for this week. One of the major assignments we're going to be doing is getting our Edpuzzle Google Tools certification. Throughout this course, we'll be getting multiple certifications and badges that show that we have knowledge of the certain tools. And these certifications and badges are really good things that you can add to your resumes when you're going and trying to get a job, and also to add to your email to show that you're certified in certain areas. So Edpuzzle is a really great tool that we're going to be using throughout this class to get online certifications. So one of the first assignments you're going to do before you start diving into Google Drive and Google Apps is to have an overview of what Google tools there are and what these tools can be used for. And then during the Google Apps and Drive practice, you're going to actually be using these tools. So to get started, all you have to do is click on this link and you will be transferred over to your Google Tools certification directions and guidelines. So in your Edpuzzle Google Tools certification folder, you're going to see a document here, and in the document it's going to give you very detailed directions and guidelines to follow. It's also going to give you hyperlinks to the online certification. Edpuzzle, we're going to explore what Edpuzzle does as a whole a little bit later in the course, but for now we're going to use it for its professional development training sessions. So the Google Tools certification, like I said, is going to give you an overview of all the tools that Google has and how they can be used by teachers in their classrooms. So there's 5 modules to your Edpuzzle Google Tools certification, and it's going to take you approximately an hour and 40 minutes to complete your training and certification. And for each module, what you're going to do is you're going to watch all the Edpuzzle videos, and you're going to complete the questions, view the materials, or anything that they have embedded in the video. And after completing each module, you're going to take a screenshot of each module. And after you complete all 5 modules, you're going to take a screenshot of your Edpuzzle Google Tools certification. Now, some of us, it may be our first time taking screenshots. So something that I have in the Google Drive folder for you is a FAQ section. And this is in the main Google Drive folder. So if you go into, you can either go through Blackboard and click on the course materials, or you can go back through your weekly directions and guidelines. You're going to see a section that says FAQ support. And in here is going to be just a list of all the shortcuts to help you remember how to do things like take a screenshot or print your screen, or how to open a file or save a file. And this is just a really good cheat sheet for you to have so that you can remember how to use these different things, because they are different from Windows to PC. So it's just a really good reminder. And after a while, after you use them, it becomes second nature and you don't even think about it anymore. But until then, you can use your cheat sheet to help you with this. So going back over to your Edpuzzle here, again, you're going to take a screenshot of each module, and you're also going to take a screenshot of your Google Tools certification. You're going to upload all 5 of your module screenshots and your Google Tools certification screenshot to the Edpuzzle Google Tools certification folder in Blackboard. So all of those screenshots need to be uploaded at one time, as they are part of the same grade. After you submit everything to Blackboard, one of the last things you're going to do is you're going to add the Edpuzzle Google Tools badge to your Coker email address. And there is a link that shows you how to do that. Again, whenever you get a digital badge or a digital certification, it's always good to add that certification badge to your email address, and also to add it to your resume. And after completing that, you're also going to email me, because the only way that I'm going to be able to see your Edpuzzle Google Tools badge is to see your email that you send to me. And to get started, all you have to do is click on this link right here, and it will take you over into Edpuzzle. And Edpuzzle is very straightforward. It shows you exactly what modules you're going to be completing. It shows you what you get for it. And all you have to do is click started and follow through the modules. And then at the end, it will give you a certificate that you will submit into Blackboard along with your 5 screenshots. So going back over to your directions and guidelines, you're going to see a couple of other assignments that you are going to complete after you have your Google Tools certification. So one of the first ones here is going to be your Google Drive and app practice. Again, kind of like your Microsoft Office, it's going to be very, very detailed. And when you click on it, it's going to take you to the Google Drive folder, so everything is linked so you don't get lost. And it's going to have very, very clear directions on what to do. So in Google Drive, you're going to be doing a couple of things. You have 3 modules that you're going to be completing. One of them is on Google Drive, one of them is on Google Docs, and one of them is on Google Slides. There are going to be links to the G Suite Learning Center. It has step-by-step directions and a lot of tutorial videos that you can use. And then over here to the side, your practice activities are going to tell you exactly what to do. So review all the learning topics, create a Google Drive folder, and do these things. What to label it is going to be in quotation marks, and it also tells you how many submissions that you're going to have to Blackboard. So just making sure that you are following the directions very clear, labeling things, and submitting everything into your Blackboard folder at one time under the correct name and title. So just following the directions and forth, and then at the bottom of the document is going to be your rubric. Now, in Module 2, you do have an activity where you're going to be doing a proofreading practice. So you do have a hyperlink here, and when you click it, it's going to take you to the folder for all of the proofreading practices. And this is just a chance for you to use the editing function in Google Docs, which is very powerful when working with students with writing. So in the proofreading practice folder, you're going to notice that all of you have a document with your name on it. So you are to use your document and to do your editing and your proofreading practice. In Module 3, you're going to start focusing on Google Slides. Again, with Google Slides, as long as you follow the directions very clearly, you will meet all the requirements for that particular activity. And like I said, when you get down to the bottom, here is your rubric. And the rubrics, again, very much go with the directions and the guidelines. Everything is accounted for. So what you're supposed to turn in, and you should have something to match based off of the criteria up in the directions. So going back over to the weekly directions and guidelines, you also have your very first textbook chapter that you're going to be reading, which is the foreword and the introduction. And you're going to post your reflections to the textbook in the discussion board. So when you click on this assignment, you're going to go over to the Google Drive folder and you're going to see the directions for your reflections here. So when you click on it, it's going to tell you exactly what to do. So as you read Using Technology with Classroom Instruction That Works, you're going to complete a reflection for each chapter. And there's 11 chapters total, including the foreword and introduction and the conclusion. The foreword and the introduction go together. So when you read these 2 sections, you're going to have a reflection where you explain what the chapter focus was, what this chapter focus taught you about technology and how it could be used in your classroom. How could you take what you learned and apply it to your future classroom, and what technology stood out to you as a future classroom teacher? Now, throughout the chapters, you're going to be introduced to a whole lot of technology that we're not going to have time to go through during the class. So this is a chance for you to kind of pinpoint what it is that you really like throughout the chapter so that you can go and explore that a little bit more later. And some of the things that they do talk about in the book, we will be exploring in class. After you answer all your questions, you're going to copy and paste that into the discussion board, and then later your peers are going to respond to you. And a lot of you are going to find a lot of things in common when it comes to the technology that stands out and vice versa. And at the very end of the document, again, is your rubric. So for this week, really focusing on Google Drive and starting to get into our textbook. If you have any questions, please make sure that you email me and that you give me at least 24 hours to respond to you. And if there's anything that you need, just let me know.